Maricopa County reached a health benchmark this week, and tonight lots of businesses, including bars, are open for the first Friday in about 2 months.
Yeah, the number of COVID infections, Heather's continued to decline, but what can we do to make sure that all of the progress statewide doesn't turn into a new outbreak? Our chief investigative reporter, Morgan Lowe, spent the day talking to public health experts about the best path forward. And Morgan, what did they say?
Well, Sean and Heather, they are nervous because there is a lot at stake in just the next few days. If these bars and other businesses don't abide by state health guidelines, we could see some new outbreaks, school closures, and a repeat of our painful summer. Arizona went from long lines and wait times for coronavirus tests to today's surplus capacity. We can now test 60,000 people per day. And earlier this month, Governor Ducey said that is a good thing.
We want everyone that wants to get a test to get a test. Somebody who has time on their hands, we want them to get a test. We couldn't say that several weeks ago. It was about being sick, symptomatic, or being exposed to COVID-19. Today, we have the capacity.
But this week, the CDC recommended the opposite, stating that only people with symptoms should get tested.
That guidance that the CDC sent out, I'll just be unequivocal about that. They are wrong.
Will Humble is the former director of the state health department. He says robust testing and contact tracing are keys to preserving and improving upon the progress the state has made.
Now that we've got a reasonable number of new cases per day, the contact tracing system is actually working now.
But Humble says that's just part of the equation. He says bars and other businesses need to follow the rules: social distancing, reduced occupancy, and masks. That means there needs to be strict enforcement.
There are a lot of businesses that just opened yesterday, and those businesses, many of them are potential super spreading environments. And if our compliance and enforcement program is inadequate, we will amplify this virus just like what happened in June and July.
Just this week, the state came out with a hotline and a web portal for anybody out there to turn in businesses that are suspected of violating these health protocols. And the county has 6 employees whose job it is to go out there and track down these violators. And despite those new CDC guidelines, the state of Arizona health officials say that anybody here who wants a coronavirus test should go out and get a test. That is the best way to find out who the asymptomatic carriers are out there. Sean, back to you.
Hey, Morgan, let's go back to what Will Humble was talking about with contact tracing. I mean, we did stories just a couple of months ago about how contact tracing really wasn't working too good here in Arizona. Why would it work now?
So the simple answer is there's just a lot fewer people testing positive. So Maricopa County investigated 3,300 cases this past week. In July, that would have been 1 day's worth of positive tests. But this week, they were able to really, get in there and track down almost all of the people who tested positive, track down the people that they had come into contact with, and urge them to get tests. So it appears that it is working now.
Yeah, the key is to share your information and for businesses to comply. Morgan Lowe, our chief investigative reporter tonight, joining us live. Thank you.